This is the Shopware Hub Cast, where your host Sander Mangel and Dennis Höting, resident Community Hub expert and Director of Product Development at Shopware, uncover the stories of the people that make our community. This episode, they talk to Niklas Dzösch, core developer and developer evangelist at Shopware.
Niklas, thank you for joining. And today we are talking about a subject that everyone should have heard about. There's no excuse to not know about the subject. At least I hope people know about it. It is Discord, our community chat. I think we rolled it out a couple of months ago now, but we did not start out there, right? There is quite a backstory actually to our community chats, plural. Would you mind taking us through that?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Sander. So I guess there are excuses to not know about Discord, mainly focusing on work instead of interacting with the community. But I'm happy that people are listening and listening to what we are cooking up at Shopware. You mentioned the history. So first, maybe what are we trying to achieve with the community chat in general, not Discord specifically? It is a place where the community can talk to each other, basically like the community hub, but live. That is the idea. It's not a support channel of Shopware, although of course there are a lot of developers or persons from Shopware in the chat. Regarding the history, that started out as an IRC channel. The older folks maybe remember IRC, Internet Relay Chat, was its own protocol, as HTTP, for example, is. That were the humble beginnings. And it was just a bunch of developers getting together and being nerdy about stuff. And that also was kind of a problem. It was very developer focused because someone who's not a developer typically would not install an IRC client and connect via the IRC protocol to the server. And then we moved to Gitter, which was, or is, I'm not sure if it exists still, is a chat that is tied to a Git repository or to a GitHub repository in our case. And again, this was very developer focused. So we said, well, we want to broaden our scope. And we did this, and we introduced Slack. And everything was good until it wasn't. Because Slack has this annoying habit as a company of wanting to make money off their product. I know who does that. But so since they are not catering towards community building, as in a lot of people coming together with people leaving, joining, whatever, they are more for companies, right? So when you are on a paid plan, you're paying per person, per account that uses Slack, which puts us in the 5 figures per month if we would have a paid account for our community. And since we are an open source project, but still a commercial open source project, we are also not qualifying for their open source program. That means history gets lost. Like, I think 10,000 messages or 90 days, whatever comes first, all messages are purged. And that was just not good at all. So we searched for another tool. And of course, the thing that we wanted to do actually was self-hosting something like a Mattermost instance or a Matrix server where everyone could connect with whatever client and still providing like a chat client in the hub or something. And then we looked at how many people worked at Shopware and said, well, maybe we should put our resources more towards building Shopware because we were already also building the hub. I mean, we have an internal team of developers, but also it's not infinite, sadly. So we were just out of resources for hosting and maintaining a service like that ourselves. And so we decided for Discord, which is not the thing that we chose because we said, hey, now this answers all our questions and it's the perfect solution. It's not. It's very good, but it's not the perfect solution. There are things where we wish it would work differently, but still, this is where we are now, and which is the perfect synergy of being affordable and giving us the best tools for the community to interact with each other. So that's where we are.
And maybe to add to that, I think in the decision making, Niklas, I remember we talked a lot about much more possibilities of integrating Discord into something like the community hub.
Absolutely.
So we can do much deeper integration here compared to Slack. Mm-hmm. And that was also one big argument besides this history, which is really, really important, of course. But we are making sure all the messages in public channels are synchronized with the community hub, for example. We are working on explicit private channels in the context of a club, for example, which is only possible in Discord now. So we have much more possibilities with Discord compared to Slack, which is really nice.
Yeah, maybe let's zoom in a little bit on that, because we have Community Hub, we have Discord. If this was a Venn diagram, where would we have the overlap, and where do I start? Should I sign up for both? Can I first lurk around a little bit on Discord and then, do the Community Hub? How do I enter this magical world of shopware-ness? Is that a word? Yes.
You enter it from whatever direction which you need most, because the Community Hub for sure is the central signpost. So when you sign up for the Community Hub, you still get messages from Discord, right? Because it's, as you said, then is synchronized to the hub. And anytime you want to interact or read the full message, you need to have a Discord account as well. You can also log in with your Discord account into the hub. So you could go to Discord first. I would strongly suggest to join both, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's really important to note that we are explicitly not putting those two systems in competition. Like, it's not like we are trying to be a better Discord and Community Hub or whatsoever. It's really about community chat happens in Discord. We want to be sure that this interaction, because we believe it is truly valuable, is surfaced, is visualized to the broader scope of the community. So this is why we are synchronizing interaction in Discord to Community Hub, to show it to those people that may not be in Discord right now, but still it's important interaction in Discord, and maybe it helps people to finally step into Discord to get into deeper connection with people.
Yeah, also we have a few things. One thing that shows very nicely how the two interact is a feature that is actually not out yet, but you talked already about it, Dennis. So there are Community Hub clubs, right? And right now you join a club and then you have like a comment feed and GG, that's it. Which is nice, but not very interactive. So what your team is building right now, Dennis, is an integration between clubs and Discord. So when you are part of a club, you can create an admin of a club, you can create a Discord channel, and then people that are in the club also are automatically joining this Discord channel. So you can chat live to each other without having an open channel, which is still everybody can join, because if you're in the club, you see the messages, but it is keeping Discord clean by not having, like, for 50 clubs, 50 channels in the interface, right? Because Discord is one thing. It's a little bit annoying at times because it is very, let's say, flashy. Coming from IRC, where we only had letters, right? It's very flashy, but yeah, we try to keep it clean. And another thing is, like, when you look at Discord with the forum channels, there's also a lot of helping going on from the communities. You can ask questions and get answers from the community. But the whole idea of Discord, and also the hub by this extension, I hope we're on the same page here, Dennis, is not to keep you engaged with the system, at least not to the point where it becomes the sole purpose. Like when you look at social media, like, I don't know, Facebook if you're older, TikTok if you're younger, I don't know, something in between. The sole purpose of these platforms is it to keep you on the platform. And this is not what we are trying. We are trying to build a platform that is your coffee companion in the morning, because it contains useful information for the day and a way of connecting with other people that are in a similar situation than you are. So it is basically what Facebook was in the beginning, with connecting students to each other, and less like being an entertainment platform.
Yeah, I think we are on the same page here, especially for Community Hub. I think in some of the last podcast episodes, we already talked about this, your update idea. So this functionality, this idea of we are providing you with everything that's really important since you just logged into Community Hub, because we're not expecting that everybody logs into Community Hub every day. We would appreciate if people log into Community Hub regularly, to make sure to enable them to be up to date with what's really important, but it's not necessary to be in Community Hub every single day, of course. That's also why our streak system in Community Hub is like week-based and not day-based. That's important. But I think this is really fits together well here. So we are also discussing, like, how can we maybe value most important discussions on Discord and make sure that people can catch up with those and make sure that they don't miss the important things that happened here. And I also think in Discord, one big advantage of Discord compared to Slack, for example, is that there are so many different variations of communications. On the one hand, you have the normal chat channels, the text channels. You have voice channels, which is really great for like interactive sessions and events and stuff like that, and really valuable. But you also have those forum channels, which is like for more structured, problem solution solving, community work, like Stack Overflow. Like, I think this is also really helpful. And using those different communication methods, if you will, I think that's a big benefit of Discord as well.
And we have stage channels, which we actually had tested out during Hacktober. So in October, there was Hacktober, in case you missed it out there. And the stage channel works like a stage. So you have one presenter and everybody is just listening. They can still just raise their hand. It's a little bit like a webinar Zoom meeting style, which we will want to use more in the future, maybe even for clubs, like have a club stage where people can present stuff, things like this. Which leads me into Discord is also a living, breathing thing in terms of what it can and can't do. We have a feedback Discord channel, and if you feel like something is not, and here is important how I phrase this, something is not the way it should be to help you in your daily doing. If you feel that, then there is a Discord feedback channel. Like, this shows that Discord is actually exactly that. It is something that should add value to your daily doing, to your interaction with Shopware as a product, as a community. And if it doesn't do that for you, it could be that you just don't need live interaction at all because you just use Shopware. But then maybe you are not listening to this podcast also. If you're listening to the podcast, you are most likely the target group for Discord and it can help you. If it doesn't, there is a feedback Discord channel where you can help us help you to have a better experience with Shopware as a community and as a product. As a product in terms of not, hey, this is not working within Shopware. That's the Shopware development channel for. But as in, I need a channel for this and that because I want to discuss that topic separate from everything else, for example, or I need new badges. Something like that, or roles in Discord.
As a last note to that, I think it's also important to point out that as far as I got it, the initial spark to changing to Discord also came from the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some discussions in Slack, like, hey, let's think about moving to Discord. It has those advantages. And we had, I remember we had like a poll and like a lot of discussions with the community. And I think that just underlines how Discord, just like Community Hub, of course, is something also built for the community, but also with the community. So feedback is important here.
Yeah, there were. So we had this poll for the community where we asked them, what tool basically do you want to use? What do you think about Discord? Stuff like this. And the overwhelming majority of the people who participated in this wanted to change to Discord. But what you need to, or what that shows also is, because I had this conversation afterwards with someone who said, hey, where was that vote? That poll, because I don't like Discord at all. It annoys me. It's too many moving parts, whatever. And so he was very upset that he didn't get to vote in this poll, but it was a public poll. And so that shows that he was just not participating and then dissatisfied with the result, where he could have stepped in and said something. I mean, one voice wouldn't have changed the poll because it was a majority that wanted Discord. But what that shows is, if you are active, you can change things. If you are just inactive, things are whatever the rest decides. It's a little bit like politics. So that's also something where I always say, well, don't complain, or do complain, but complain early, right? Complain at the right moment and don't come in after the fact and complain about things that have already happened. That would be my wish for this kind of thing. That's also why I'm stressing that there is a Discord feedback channel in Discord where you can try and shape how it looks.
Yeah, we could drive into politics. Go vote, people. Go vote.
I mean, there is no vote currently, so not the best call to action. But yeah, generally, yes, you're totally right.
If you don't like it, start your own e-commerce platform. Let's leave it at that. So we are with Discord. We're stuck with it. Maybe the stage feature is very cool. I got to try it a little bit myself while the rest of the team was on holiday. It was definitely allows for more diverse interaction than Slack, I think, right? Because Slack at the end, they just chat and they tried huddles. doesn't work. So that's it. So I do really like the interaction that it gives, but you're right. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot going on. It's a little bit overwhelming at times. How do I become a Discord power user?
Mainly by using it. I had Discord for a couple of years for private things like following some communities, but I am now also responsible for maintaining the Discord, and I became what you call power user, I think, pretty fast just by using it. I think one thing that people need to understand about Discord, which is not clear in the beginning for some, is that there is a difference between Discord as a platform and the server or servers you're joining. Internally, it's called a guild. But your Discord account is one thing, and then the server you're joining is another thing. And what this also means is that, for example, private messages are happening on the Discord platform, so not related to a server. You don't have private messages within servers, just between users. Makes sense if you think about that Discord as a whole has all the user base, and then you can join different servers. So if you want to message someone and you are on 3 servers together, it doesn't make sense to have it on one server, because then you need to remember what server you sent the last private message on. It would be a nightmare. So direct messages are between users on the platform, not on the servers. Things like this is where you need to grasp some concepts, but then it is, I think, pretty easy.
Which is, by the way, which is the case in Slack, right? So it happens to me quite frequently that I'm connected to people in 2 different Slack spaces. And I'm writing a message and I'm like, I'm really sure I wrote another message like a week ago, but I can't find it. Yeah, because I'm basically, chatting in two different 2 different Slack spaces with the same person, and it behaved as if it was 2 different people. And that's far better in Discord.
I mean, it has its uses from a Slack perspective. That's perfectly fine, because each space should be like for one company, one topic, so to say. So if you speak about something in that space, it is specific to that space. Whereas it's just different in Discord because it's a community-focused and not a company-focused communication platform. Yeah.
All right, so that's clear. And if I want to find like-minded people on Discord, what is your top tip there?
Find like-minded people on Discord? What do you mean?
I want to talk to other Dutchies, or I'm looking for someone that is completely into Shopware frontends, for example.
I mean, there is a channel general where you can just ask people, but I would argue that clubs is a better thing in combination with Discord. As I said, the feature is not out yet. If there is a big enough group that it warrants its own channel, you can always ask a moderator. There's an Ask a Mod channel, or in Feedback Discord. You can also have group chats within the Discord platform with multiple people. And if you have if it's UK, we have our 10, 20 people who are always chatting with each other. Maybe we should get a room, like a channel. Then you can always ask a moderator or just write in Feedback Discord. Now, the thing is why we are hesitant to create new channels for everyone is because it becomes very crowded really fast. If you have, just imagine if you have 50 channels, you can in Discord, and this is a limitation of Discord actually, you can't leave channels that you have access to. You can hide them, you can mute them, but you can't flee from them, so to say. If you have the right to be in a channel, you are in that channel. That's just how it is.
I think I agree that I think for finding like-minded people, it's about, it should be the clubs and community hub. That's where all the people are. The Discord appears to be our tool for chat as a tool here. And this is, you chat with people. So that's why the people are in Discord as well. But to find like-minded people, to find those groups, clubs is basically our concept for that. A club can be connected already to a public channel right now that's live already. And soon there's a possibility for additional channels, even if they are not public.
I mean, they are kind of public. They're just club specific for club members only. One thing here, I disagree, but it's just semantics. I think we're talking about a 2-step process here. So the question about how can I find like-minded people, go in general, ask questions, go in off-topic, ask questions, go on the street, ask questions, right? So this is the first step, finding like-minded people. I think the question you were asking was, how do I organize like-minded people into a group? And the answer to that would be clubs.
Yeah. All right, cool. So combination of Community Hub and the different groups, different clubs. What is some of the etiquette that I should keep in mind while on Discord? Don't be an asshole, I think.
Yeah, that would be the short version. Generally, think before you post. Every channel where you post, especially the forum channels, have posting guidelines. Try to stick to them. Just try to be nice and try to do things and think before you do things. People are a little bit lost all the time. They have shopware questions and they think, oh, this is something that I need to ask someone who knows what they're doing. So I ask a mod. I go in the Ask a Moderator channel because they know shopware. Of course, that's not the right place to ask why your extension isn't working. That's the development channel. Another thing is look at the tags. So if you have anything related shopware and slightly technical or even not technical, like working with shopware development is the right channel generally. We have a lot of tags, so you can tag your post. And if you don't know what tag to use, just use general and we can retag it or we will tell you what the right place is. Right now, everything is fine. If we see a bigger, let's call it, unintended use of the channel structure, then we think it's not the problem of the users, but it's a problem of the channel structure, and we will change that. As long as you don't do advertisement, don't harass or annoy people, don't act entitled when using the community edition, right? Something like that. Then you're fine. Try to be nice.
I love that. Why did you get banned? Unintended use of the channel structure. I'm so sorry for using your channel like that.
You won't get banned. The channel structure will change when that becomes a problem. But yeah. Also, actually, when you speak about taking action against annoying people, you can report users that behave in a way that is unhealthy for the community in Discord in two different ways. You can either just tell a mod or you can report them to Discord directly, which has bigger implications because then they might get platform banned and not just from the server, but deactivated on Discord altogether.
So if you didn't like someone's technical answer to your question because they had it wrong, don't report them on the Discord, please.
I mean, you can, but that might have negative implications for yourself. I'm not sure how Discord handles this. I actually had never have a problem with Discord and the Discord moderation system. But yeah.
All right. Maybe not a very important question. I think the one we all want to know, and this is, I think, one for Dennis. Which badges can I earn with Discord? Are there any Discord badges?
So we do have a general Discord interaction badge right now, as we had one for Slack interaction. So if you're really active on Discord, basically with every message you are writing, like being active continuously, you can gain a Discord badge in 4 different levels, from bronze, silver, gold to stellar. So that's something that we have right now. However, we are continuously thinking about how to elaborate on that and get more fun badges in. So for badges, on the one hand, we have a certain set of activity badges that are kind of set in stone and everybody can see what is possible. That's kind of the cornerstones of activity that we identified in the for the community. However, there's a much larger set of secret badges that you can only see if you have it. It's a bit of a mystery, fun thing to explore what badges are possible, and I'm pretty sure we will have some additional ideas on certain things that could lead to certain special badges. The Hacktober event, for example, is like if you participated in that, it could be a possibility for a badge or something that's coming in the future. Things like that. Or if you're just, Discord, and we could talk about that because it's quite a complex topic. Discord has a profound system of gamification also, and ranking and stuff like that you can establish for your server. Could be connected to Community Hub as well to some degree. So if you are among the top people in Discord, then we are talking about like those integration aspects between Discord and Community Hub again. We could synchronize this data with Community Hub and grant you a special badge for that. So there's endless possibilities, basically.
All right. That's exciting. A reason to be on Discord. Perfect. Well, I think we have covered enough reasons why to be on Discord. First and foremost, it's fun, right? It's where the community is. It's where the Shopware team is. So yeah, I think that is a shout out. Join Discord. When are the clubs coming out? Can we already say something about that?
The clubs are live already. So clubs in general exist already. Some of the clubs are connected to public channels already. Depending on when this episode is public, maybe it's already live or in a few days, or the deeper connection of clubs will be live. However, there's only a few clubs existing right now. So everybody is invited to check out the existing clubs. And if you feel, this is a topic that is not yet covered, although I would like to be connected to like-minded people here, then please feel free to open up a club for that topic. And then you will gather like-minded people around you.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you. Looking forward to that. Niklas, thank you so much for joining and walking us through the wondrous world of Discord.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.